What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to my channel. I'm Loida with Team BC at eXp Realty, and in today's video I will be answering some of your frequently asked questions. Recently I posted on Instagram for you to send me your questions, especially if you were a new real estate agent. So let's get right to it. Now, really quick before I begin, I do want to give a quick shout out to Hip Optical for sending me these glasses. You guys, these are prescription glasses. I actually do wear glasses and I have been thinking about getting some new ones. So it just so happened that they reached out. They wanted me to try these out. I sent my prescription. I shopped around on their website. Their turnaround time was so quick, and I don't know about you, but I like how these look. I'm totally happy with these glasses and I wanted to share that with you. These are the Higgins model and the color is mink, in case you are interested in some of these. And you know, the cool thing about this company is that for every order made, they donate a pair to someone in need. So the price is $95. Obviously there's some other add-ons if you want that. These ones that I'm wearing do have the blue light blocking technology. So yeah, if you're interested in getting your own pair or checking it out, the link will be in the description box below and you will get $15 off on your first order. Very first question is, how do you sell a house in 30 days? Well, first of all, you need to make sure that you actually price it correctly. Take a look at the homes that have recently sold, what is currently active, what is pending, how long it took to go pending, how long it took to actually close. And as you're gathering all of this information, this should give you a better idea as to what the price that you should go on the market for. Keep in mind that you do have to look at comparables in terms of square footage and condition. So once you gather all of that information, that will help you determine the best price to go on the market that will make sure that it sells in the best amount of time. Next, what is your insight on rentals? So I know that some states are very big on rentals. For example, New York, I know that's a really big thing out there. When it comes to rentals, the pros is that you do get paid very quickly. Now, some of the cons is that if you are working with an applicant and they don't have great income or great credit, it might take a little bit longer for you to find them something. Along with that, if they don't have a big budget, there might be a lot of competition. If you are a real estate agent, again, it will really come down to you and your state. It might be easy, it might be hard. I know out in California, when I was out there, it was pretty difficult to help tenants, again, depending on their price point. Sometimes they would have to give so much money for first month, last month, and deposit that I would have conversations with them to see if they would just be open to purchasing a property instead. Unfortunately, some of them were just not in a position to be able to do that. So some of the things that even some of these potential tenants, applicants would do to stand out is that they would pay multiple months up front in order to have the best chances of getting into that home. So, you know, the competition is still very fierce when you're working with tenants, the same as how it's been with working with buyers. So those are just a few things that you might want to keep in mind. Starting out part-time because of my situation, main goal is to be full-time. Any advice on that? So if you're doing real estate part-time, I can tell you that it's probably gonna get overwhelming because obviously you have your full-time job and now you have to juggle doing real estate, whether it's generating leads, hosting open houses, or whatever it is that you set yourself to do. So you have to be very disciplined with your schedule and know exactly what you're going to be doing, what days and what times. So on the days that you are not working your full-time job, those are the days that you need to be working on your real estate business. So just keep in mind that it might become very overwhelming. You'll have a lot of stuff going on, but so as long as you're very disciplined with your time and you time block and you're committed to sticking to what it is that you're supposed to do, eventually you will be in a position to be able to transition once you start doing deals and things like that. Now, this one is one of my favorites and it's regarding video. It is, how do I get better at taking videos of myself having major stage fright? So just so that you guys know, I mean, I don't think any of us are ever really just confident in the beginning to pick up a phone and a camera and just start filming. That's just kind of weird. I was very uncomfortable in the beginning, but what helped me was actually doing it. If you get major stage fright and you want to post video content, but you just can't, you know, put yourself in a position to do that, start just by recording yourself and just looking at the videos yourself. You don't have to put it anywhere. But once you start doing it, you'll start to get comfortable. You'll start to realize, you know, where you need to look, what you need to improve on. Maybe you're talking too fast, maybe you're talking too slow, maybe you're using a lot of filler words like like, and so start out that way. Start filming yourself just for yourself and critique yourself in a way that you know exactly what you need to change in order to get better. That is a great way to start. Now, the next step would be for you to actually start posting, for example, on stories, Instagram stories, Facebook, Snapchat. I mean, these are stories and short videos that disappear after 24 hours, and it could be as short as 15 seconds. So these are great ways for you to start putting yourself out there without it being a long video, and also without it living forever on these platforms. Next question is, should you take online classes or in person? I assume this is regarding getting your real estate license. So I did mine online. I know people that have done it in person. Online is just so much easier because you do it at your own pace, and you can go really fast or you can go really slow. It really just depends. Also, what I have noticed is that it is less pricey to do it online versus in person. I know that some of you might say that you learn better when you're in person in a classroom. But at the end of the day, you know, if you, depending on your budget, if you want to just save yourself a couple $100s, do it online, and just make sure that you have a schedule and a time frame during the day where you're actually committed to taking these classes, reading through the books or the courses or whatever that is, so that eventually once it's time for you to take the course exam prior to your state exam, then you know you're gonna pass. Another question related to that is, how long should you study before taking the test? So I recently got my Florida license, and I can tell you that after I passed my course certification, I studied for another good 2 weeks. Now out here in Florida is completely different than, for example, in California. When I got my license in California, it took forever after I passed my certification courses for me to hear back from the state. So it took another month for me to hear from the state in order to be able to schedule my state exam. So for me, once I heard back from the state and they told me you can now schedule your state exam, I took another month to study. Out here in Florida, as soon as I passed my certification courses and I sent in my application to apply for the state exam, my fingerprints and all of that, literally it was just a couple of days until I could, you know, schedule my state exam. So I would say take at least 2 more weeks, depending on when the last time was that you looked at your courses, in order for you to study. And when you study every single day, at least 1 or 2 hours. Take the practice exams because, again, you want to be in a position that when you take the state exam, you pass on the first try. I will actually be doing another video in which I will share with you all exactly my process for what I did to pass the Florida real estate license exam, and also the crash course that I took, which I absolutely recommend. And the last question that I'm going to answer in this video is regarding door knocking, and the question is, how do you follow up with door knocking leads? So obviously, depending on what the lead tells you, you'll kind of have a better idea as to how soon to follow up. So for example, if someone tells you that they are interested in possibly making a move in the next 6 months, first of all, you want to find out why 6 months. Are they going to be relocating out of state, upsizing, downsizing? What are they going to do? You want to make sure that you ask as many questions as possible to see first if you can actually help them, and second, to determine whether or not that time frame that they say is actually accurate, or if they need to start planning sooner. Because a lot of homeowners don't know that it can typically take, 30 days for a home to get an offer and go under contract, and then another 30 to 45 days for escrow. So now we're looking at over 2 months. So these are just some of the questions that you want to ask. I have another video you definitely want to check out on questions to ask when working with sellers. I'm going to put it somewhere here, so check it out. And yeah, I hope that me answering all of these questions has helped you. Any other questions that you have, make sure to post them in the comment section below. And also join my Discord server. If you want more access to me, you want to role play together, you want to network with other agents and cold call together, I have so many different voice and text channels within my Discord server. So the link will be in the description box below in case you guys want to join. And that's it for this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.